Now, I don't usually like complaining about things like this because most of the time they're pointless and just ranting on about it doesn't do anything. And for the most part, it's normally a personal gripe which won't end up affecting me really until sometime later. Uh, However, I do have to say something about the new YouTube layout, which, for starters, I never wanted, and quite frankly, if you're going to yeah, the main premise of this update is that, changed all the channel layouts and now it's like this and you can customize it with more power and flexibility apparently. And yet it feels a lot more awkward to use than it actually should be. Because, quite frankly, so far there's only one thing I've done, and quite frankly, it's the most important thing when it comes to me setting up a channel because it's the banner. Now, apart from videos, and I've already got the videos uploaded, so it's not particularly a problem. That's what people go there for. But apart from that, I think the banner is the thing that should be the thing that's used. So I knew that they were going to change automatically, so I began working on a picture, and I got this picture. And it's 1000 by 400, which I normally think is quite a reasonable size for having a picture which you're going to end up, putting on the internet on a banner at the top. If it's a bit big, I could squish it down. But yeah, so I got that ready, and the day came, it's changed it, and I went to upload the image, and okay, drag the photo here, you know, put it there, and it does its thing, and I believe the first time and probably this time as well. Yep, photo uploaded too small. It has to be at least this big, and so I had to scale it myself, And I still this isn't where the problem is. In fact, if I recall correctly, yes, this one. So resized it, got it within to the recommended channel size, because recommended means that's going to be where it looks best. So get the image uploaded, and it will look different across different devices. So, this image, which, I used the complete size that it wanted, will now only look like I want it to on the TV. And I don't particularly watch YouTube on the TV. Last time I checked, YouTube started on the internet, and that was the only place it was originally. Then it, moved to TV and and mobiles, and now you can get it all over the place. So now I've got a perfect looking banner for my TV, but if I want to like on my website on YouTube website where I actually usually watch videos and where my channel I'd hope most people would be looking at, because quite frankly I'm normally playing games on my TV, and mobile devices are tiny and not exactly the best for this sort of thing. So I've now got this lovely banner which I spent quite a bit of time working on, which now only looks good if I'm watching it on the TV. So, I could adjust the crop, but I can't adjust the crop more than this. You know, what's the point of having a picture that's 2560 by 1440 if I've then got a very tiny window to actually edit it in? I mean, you've got these massive safety buffers which, prevent anything unless it was right in the middle of the screen from actually being seen. So, even in this case, when I go, well, I can't fit the name in at the bottom, so maybe I could scroll it up and just get these two pictures here in. But nope, it's not going to let me do that either. So it's and then it ends up looking worse on the TV, and the mobile's already screwed over because it's so small in comparison. So I'm not getting anything out of this, and so what's the point of saying, oh, it's going to be more effective on multiple different devices? It will be seen across all devices and look beautiful in all of them, when the only one that the recommended size is actually beneficial for is the TV, when it's the YouTube one that I care about the most. I created the banner expecting it to be this sort of size, and to be able to fit in that sort of frame, because that's the one that I care about. And, if you're going to end up putting in multiple different ones and have it so you've got to crop the image where it's going to end up looking a lot worse than what it's actually meant to be, because you can't fit everything in that you want. Because when you give me a massive space, I'm going to use every single bit of that space as I possibly can. And I'm just... Yeah, I'm just going to say now that I actually have now gone and made a different banner, because that one, is not going to cut it, and this one actually does fit on most of them except the device. So, and it's, yeah, quite simply that. So, yeah, see, it just looks terrible. That's not what I want at all. You know, I I spent a while working on that, getting my art into this image, which then I was told wasn't big enough. So I then made it bigger, and then it doesn't work in the format I wanted it to. It's like if I baked a cake for a party, a massive chocolate cake, and then instead of going to the party that I was going to go to, I ended up going to the one next door, where everyone's diabetic and can't even eat the cake. So yes, there we go. We'll go with this. The banner looks fine on the top of my desktop one. The TV, it's very bold, very clear, and on the mobile, well, it's slightly cut, but I'm pretty sure Oogle Stop Ruining YouTube will get across the message to most people. And they've even botched this up, so now even though it looked good on the page, they've got your profile picture, which is now covering up the G. I give up, YouTube. I spent a while working on a picture that would work well on this new layout to try and support it. What was wrong with the old layout? It worked well. The only thing that was awkward about it was trying to set up an image in the background, because you had to have two different sides and you had to get the sizing exactly right, otherwise it, ended up having it cut off in the middle or something. But once I eventually did get it sorted out, it looked good. And whilst this type of banner could look good, it's not going to look good if I can't use the size for that banner and instead have to design it for a TV.